Okay, this video here will show us how to create an amortization schedule based on the information on this loan right here. The interest rate's 4.2%, the term is 3 years, the present value or the amount of the loan is $10,000, that's the amount borrowed, and the monthly payments computed to be $296.13. So let's begin. The first thing we'll do is create our column headings. The first column heading is beginning amount. And what we might do here is we might, want to put that in a column and wrap the text and to make it fit better in the column. So I'll go up here to wrap text, and it wraps the text. The next thing I'll put in is the payment. That's the monthly payment. The payment split each month between interest and principal. Principal spelled like the principal of a high school. And then I'll put in the ending amount. And again, I'll wrap that text to make it fit better. Okay. And up here, I actually think I'll move this over a little. So what I'll do here is I'll highlight D and E, right click, and insert to move this over. And I'm going to put in month number and the actual month. So let's start with the month number. It's a 3-year loan, so that means there's 36 months. So I'll put in month 1, month 2. Once you have the pattern established, I'll center both of those up here. Once you have the pattern established, like 1 and 2, you could come up to this box here with your mouse. Once it turns into a solid black cross, left click and drag. It's a lot easier than putting in all those months one by one. So for instance, let's say it were odd. I'd have odd months, month 1, month 3. You could do that as well if you wanted to for some reason. So you just have to give Excel a couple of cells so it knows the pattern, and then drag it down to where you want to go. For a 30-year loan, you'd have to drag down to 360 because there's 360 years. Now, if we're borrowing the money in October of 2019, the first payment due is in November of 2019. The second payment's due in December 2019. And let's put those in the center. And again, once I have the pattern, once I show Excel we're going month by month, I could come up here with my mouse. Once the cursor turns into a solid black cross, double-clicked with the left button. Okay, the beginning amount of the loan is $10,000, so I'm just going to reference. I put in the equal sign. I'm going to reference 10,000. And the payment is $296, so I'm going to put in the equal sign. I'm going to put $296. I'm going to press cell B4 because that's where $296 is written over here in cell B4. Now, notice what happens. The payment's going to be every month. You know how a car loan works. You might know. Every month it's the same payment. So that's referencing cell B4. If I drag that down, it's going to reference cell B5. So I might want to tell Excel, when I drag that down, to stick on cell B4, to stay on cell B4. So what you would do there is you put a dollar sign up here before and after the B. And then when you drag that down, it stays the same. The payment on a loan, whether it's a car or a home, stays the same. And that's what I want it to do. Now, the interest payment every year, every month actually, is monthly interest. So you're going to take equals. You're going to want cell B1. And again, we want to make that stationary when I drag down. So I'm going to wrap the letter B up here with dollar signs. So you take cell B1 and you're going to multiply it by the beginning amount. Then you divide by 12 because you need monthly interest. So it's cell B1 divided by 12 times the beginning amount. So what's that mean, $35? What does that mean? Well, the payment for the month is $296.13. $35 goes to the bank in the form of interest. The rest goes to paying down the balance of the loan. So the principal is the payment, minus the interest. The ending amount is the beginning amount minus the amount of principal you paid off during the month. So if I were to call the bank just after they received my first payment and ask them what's the payoff on the loan, they would give me that amount, $9,738.87. That's also the next month's beginning amount. If it ends the month on a Friday at 11:59 p.m. at this amount, a minute later, it's going to be the same amount until, of course, the next payment comes in. Now what we need to do is double-click, highlight these, and double-click. And what you'll find, I always scroll down to the bottom and make sure the last entry for the last month, the ending amount, is 0. So at the end of the term, you owe 0. If you bought a car with this $10,000, at the end of 3 years, you don't owe anything on the car. You own the car outright. And so that's the amortization schedule. Notice the interest and principal. The interest goes down every month because the beginning amount is going down every month. The interest is paid on the outstanding balance, which is the beginning amount, or last month's ending amount. The principal is whatever the payment is minus the interest. So because the interest is going down every month, the principal, the amount that amount of equity you're gaining in the car month to month, is rising. And so you might have somebody say, well, okay, in December 2020, like in a year and a month from now, or in a year and a couple of months from now, what will be the payoff of my car? There's the number, $6,259.83. And so that's how you create an amortization schedule for a loan. This works for not only a car loan, but a mortgage as well. They're the same math.